What's up, YouTube? It's been about a week since I posted my last video. Ran about, I don't know, 3,500, 4,000 miles since then. And for the first time in about a month, I'm going to the house. I gotta deliver this load here in Irving, Texas tomorrow. I got about 40,000 pounds of Starburst jelly beans on the trailer. I don't know who would want that many jelly beans. That just, it just turns my stomach just to think about it. But, something I wanted to share with y'all. Especially for those of you going through the Troops Transportation Program. I highly advise, now, with everything that's going on in the world, it's not exactly possible. That's why I'm in this situation. But I highly advise you get your VA C&P exams and your disability claim out of the way as soon as you can, and possibly get it done before you start driving. So, me, I was trying to, I'm trying to double dip. I'm drawing 2 paychecks right now. I'm still technically active duty Army, so I'm still getting my Army pay while I'm on terminal leave, and I'm getting some money on the truck. And finally, due to COVID, I got my first C&P exam. It was scheduled for the 17th of, it was like 17th of June. And I called my manager. He said, hey, I can't get you home. So I called, canceled, rescheduled, put in my home time. Now, because of the variety of my claims, I got 4 different appointments for my C&P exam. And I was able to schedule 3 of them for 2 days' time. The 4th one, couldn't get it scheduled till a week later. So now I am looking at the possibility of having to jump carriers. Why is this? Well, I got my home time put in, got it all scheduled, called and tried to schedule my last appointment for the same week, nothing available. Because everybody and their dog is in the same situation I am right now. They're waiting on their appointments because of COVID. So, couldn't get scheduled, got scheduled next week. So I called my DM and I let him know, hey, I know I've got 3 appointments this week, but I need to be home next week just for 1 day to get this 4th appointment knocked out. And I explained to him, hey, I've already had to cancel 1 appointment. If I have to cancel a 2nd appointment, then they're going to send my claim back to the VA and I have to restart the entire process. And that could take anywhere from 3 to 6 months. So, driver manager said, okay, as soon as you get home, put in the next home time, because we can't have 2 home times in the system for some reason. I don't know what the hell computer system they're using. And I will see what I can do. So basically, here's what it boils down to. I go home either tomorrow night or Tuesday sometime, depending on whether or not they give me another load out of Dallas heading towards like Waco or Temple. And then I'll go to my appointments. I've got appointments on Wednesday and Thursday. Friday, I'm going to put in for my next home time. I'm going to call my DM up. Be like, hey man, are you going to be able to get me home next Friday? If he tells me no, or if he tells me it don't look good, okay, no problem. Saturday, I'm going to turn my truck in. I've already talked to a couple different carriers. I already know exactly what 2 different carriers will pay me, and it's on par with what I'm making here. Plus, I've got a month on the road, so I've got experience, which means that beyond the Army experience, beyond the truck driving school, I've got practical experience, so it helps me out anyway. So, we'll see what happens, but I just wanted to share that information with y'all, because, a lot of these companies, they say we support our veterans, we try to hire veterans, but they don't understand what is actually important to veterans. $1,200 a week is great, but it's not going to touch anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000, depending on where my rating comes back, a month for the rest of my life. So we'll see what happens. But either way, I'll let you guys know what's going on. I'm going to still keep making videos and keep on rolling. This job's not bad. Me, I just look at it and, okay, this is a deployment. I'm deployed for a year. That's how much time you need experience-wise before most local carriers will look at you. Unless you've got an in with a company or a buddy to hook you up, or it's a family company, you're looking at least a year in an over-the-road seat before you can get a local job. Most of us have deployed before or gone to the field for long amounts of times. Think about it like that. I'm going to the field. Or I'm deployed for a year. Families have already dealt with that. If you don't have a family, it's even easier. So, holy cow. My entire face is blanked out. I'm sorry. I've got a white truck parked right in front of me that's just kind of glaring all the light back at me, and if I close my curtains, then it's just too dark in here. But like I said, look at it like it's deployment. A year is nothing. I mean, some of us who've been in a while, we've had multiple 15-month deployments, 9-month deployments with no leave. So rolling around for a month and then coming home for a week or a few days, and then rolling around for another month and coming home for a few days, it's nothing. You've got a phone. You've got apps on your phone to keep you entertained. I mean, hell, I've got DirecTV on my tablet. I watched the UFC fights last night. It was outstanding. So you're not really missing much. I talk to my wife every day, FaceTime or on the phone. And if I'm rolling through Texas, I call her up, hey, let's go have lunch. It's not that hard. But you got to get that experience. But you also got to make sure that you're taken care of. Truck driving jobs are a dime a dozen. Not one of these employers can say, oh, well, you'll never get another job again. Like, if you don't wreck a truck, you can quit one carrier tomorrow, sit in a parking lot with all your bags, and call another carrier. They will send you a cab to pick you up. They will put you on an airplane or put you on a bus over to their orientation, and you'll be in another truck within 3 days. I've already proved this. I got sent home from TMC's orientation because I needed a waiver from my shoulder surgeries. I had shoulder surgery 4 years ago. On the drive home, I called up the next carrier, and I was on a plane heading to another carrier 2 days later. So literally, the turnaround time between jobs is whatever you want it to be. As long as you don't wreck a truck or abandon a truck somewhere, you leave a company on semi-good terms, like, hey, I turned my truck in and it's in good condition, you can literally get a cab from one carrier's lot to the next carrier's lot or to the next frickin' job, and somebody else will pay your transportation. It's not hard. But anyway, like I said, you got any questions about troops transportation or new trucker questions, hit me up. If I haven't experienced it, I've got a buddy who probably has. I've got 3 or 4 buddies who went through the same program I did, driving for different companies. And a lot of info. So make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and keep them wheels turning. All right, I'll let y'all later.